everybody, Greg here again, and it's time to get the mason bee house out. I'm a little late. I should have gotten them out a few weeks ago, but been busy with other projects and just haven't gotten around to it. So I've already got things started. This is the house that I made myself. It's going to go into the container that I have up on the fence. I'll show you that in a minute. If you want to check out my video of harvesting last fall, I will put a link to it down below. Had a bit of a surprise. Instead of getting mason bees, we actually got some spider-eating wasps. So those cocoons I actually have in this container. They are also a great pollinator, so nothing wrong with that. I am going to get them placed out with this, and hopefully I'm not too late in the season, and they will come out of their cocoons and go around, get what they need, and fill this up again, and maybe hopefully this year some mason bees as well. So I'm just going to set up the camera here on the tripod, and then I will show you how I get these set up. Talk to you in a second. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've got most of the parchment paper already set inside. What I like to do is place parchment paper inside of the holes, and what they'll do is they stick out the back, and I'll just fold them over, and these get screwed onto the back, pull them down, and then when it's time to harvest in the fall, I can just take these off and start pulling out the tubes, and Bob's your uncle. So easy. And that way the holes don't get jammed up, and this is reusable every year. So basically what we do is just checking to make sure we're on camera here, and yes we are. Okay, so what I do is I take parchment paper. This block is 6 inches wide, so the parchment paper I cut to 8 to 9 inches long, about an inch wide. And quite simply, all we do is take this pen, which is the same diameter as the holes, and to be honest with you at this point I can't remember that actual diameter. I want to think it's 3/8 of an inch, but I will check it out and I will post up on some text here to show you. So basically you wrap it around the pen, you get the pen into the hole, you slide it through very gently. I like to rotate a little bit just to keep it kind of in the same formation. I don't want it to bunch up at all inside. So there we are. Now we have the pen coming out the other end. Show you if I can get a little bit deeper in there. That's about as far as that one's going to go. So there we go. And you can see the parchment paper is a little bit deep in there, but that's all right. I can live with that. So there's that one. We will do the last hole here. Come on, work with me here. There we go. Okay. We'll get this one done. Again, just to be a little careful getting it started there, and there we go. That one's going in much easier. Actually, you can see the parchment paper is actually coming out well at the other end, so that's perfect. I'm going to pull that back slightly just to the edge. I've got another one here. Where's that guy? Yep, pull him back a wee bit. All right, so the parchment paper is all in, and so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to pull these screws so that I can get the backing plates on. So I'm going to turn you off for a second, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, just want to point out a little pro tip here. Because these holes are pre-drilled for the screws, you don't want to be trying to find them every year. What I did was I've marked that this is up, and I've marked each one as A, B, C, and D. And then I've got A here, and this is up. So actually the A is upside down, but that's okay. So essentially all we're doing now is we're going to take this plate, we're going to push these down. basically capping off the back end. And we're going to take another screw. And we should be at the hole. And there we are. Get the other side. Oh, okay, that's starting to come apart a bit, but I'm not going to worry about that for now. So next is V, and again, this side's up. So there we go. And it might seem a little sketchy, but doing it this way with the parchment paper is just so easy when you're harvesting at the end of the year. And again, you're not having to pull the blocks apart, you're not having to do anything. Right in place. Okay, I'm going to let you go for a minute here. I'm going to get C and D on, and then we will head over to where this is going to be hanging on the fence. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, back again, and here we are at the main unit for the mason bee house. So you can see I've got things placed in here. One of the reasons I like this method for using these, besides the parchment paper idea, is I bring this inside the house for the winter, put it in a plastic bag, tie it off. That way I don't get spiders or anything else into the holes, and it's ready to go to the next year. So I have put the cocoons in from the spider-eating wasps. You can see they're a very unusual shape, and it was quite interesting when I was pulling them back in the fall. I had no clue what they were. I had to do a lot of research and finally found out what they are. So again, they are not mason bees, but they are a great pollinator apparently. So I'm hoping that they will come out of the cocoon and do some pollinating for me, start filling up some holes again for next year. And hopefully some mason bees might pop in as well. So anyway, I will keep you updated on how things happen here. I'm going to be checking these cocoons every now and then and see if anything pops out. All right, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.